Have you ever stood in your kitchen staring at a pile of fresh produce, knowing it'll go bad in days and wish there was a way to preserve it for years? You're not alone, and today I'm going to show you how to turn that wish into reality. If you've ever wondered how people kept food fresh before fridges, preservatives, or grocery stores, the answer lies in an age-old method: home canning. Now, before you write it off as an old-fashioned hobby, listen closely. This is about more than saving money or eating healthy. It's about building long-term food security, controlling what goes into your meals, and having shelf-stable food that could last 5, 10, or even more years. Store-bought cans can't compete with what you can do at home. If you follow the right methods, I've spent countless hours researching, testing, and perfecting these techniques, and what I've learned is powerful. This isn't just a list of recipes. These are 15 DIY canned foods that include full meals, protein-packed jars, and nutrient-rich combinations that are delicious, long-lasting, and surprisingly simple to make. Whether you're bracing for a blackout, a supply chain failure, or just want peace of mind, these jars could be your lifeline. We'll talk about safety, storage life, tools you'll need, and flavor-packed ideas that can be tailored to your tastes or dietary needs. And best of all, you'll be learning a time-tested survival skill that empowers you to create a pantry built for anything, from winter storms to food price spikes. Let's dive in. The first incredible food on our list is going to absolutely transform how you think about canned vegetables. We're talking about a hearty 3-bean and vegetable medley that's packed with more nutrition than most people get in an entire day. This isn't your grandmother's simple green bean recipe. This is a powerhouse combination that includes kidney beans, black beans, navy beans, diced tomatoes, onions, carrots, and a secret blend of seasonings that'll make your taste buds dance. What makes this particular combination so extraordinary? Well, the beans provide complete proteins when combined together. The vegetables add essential vitamins and minerals, and the whole mixture creates a shelf-stable meal that can last anywhere from 5 to 8 years when properly canned. You can eat this straight from the jar, use it as a base for soups and stews, or serve it as a hearty side dish that'll fill you up and keep you satisfied for hours. The preparation process is surprisingly simple, but the results are nothing short of spectacular. You'll start by soaking your dried beans overnight, then combining them with fresh vegetables and a carefully crafted seasoning blend. The magic happens during the pressure canning process, where all those flavors meld together into something that tastes like it's been simmering on your stove all day long. Moving on to our second treasure, and this one's going to knock your socks off. Homemade canned chicken and rice soup, but not just any chicken and rice soup. This is a complete meal in a jar that includes tender chunks of chicken, perfectly cooked rice, carrots, celery, onions, and a rich broth that'll warm you from the inside out. The beauty of this recipe is that it maintains its texture and flavor even after years of storage. Here's what sets this apart from anything you can buy at the store. When you make this at home, you control the quality of every single ingredient. We're talking about using the best chicken you can find, fresh vegetables at their peak, and creating a broth that's rich in nutrients and flavor. Plus, you can adjust the seasonings to match your family's preferences perfectly. The shelf life on this beauty is impressive. We're looking at 6 to 10 years when stored properly in a cool, dark place. And unlike store-bought versions that are loaded with preservatives and artificial flavors, your homemade version contains nothing but wholesome, natural ingredients that you can pronounce and trust. Our third game changer is something most people never consider canning, but it's absolutely brilliant once you understand the process. Canned beef and potato stew. And I'm not talking about some watery mixture with tiny pieces of meat. This is a hearty, stick-to-your-ribs stew with chunks of tender beef, perfectly seasoned potatoes, and vegetables that maintain their texture and flavor through the canning process. The secret to making this work lies in understanding how different ingredients behave under pressure canning conditions. The potatoes need to be cut to specific sizes, the beef requires particular preparation, and the liquid ratios have to be precisely calculated to ensure safe preservation while maintaining incredible taste. When you get it right, you end up with a meal that tastes like it just came off the stove, even after sitting on your shelf for years. What's really exciting about this stew is its versatility. You can serve it as is for a complete meal, use it as a base for other dishes, or even thin it out with additional broth to create a lighter soup. The protein content alone makes this worth having in your food storage arsenal, But the comfort factor is what'll keep you coming back for more. Fourth on our list is a Mediterranean-inspired vegetable and white bean mixture that'll transport your taste buds straight to the Italian countryside. This combination includes white cannellini beans, diced tomatoes, zucchini, bell peppers, onions, garlic, and a blend of herbs that creates an absolutely incredible flavor profile. The best part? This mixture actually improves with age as the flavors continue to develop and intensify over time. The nutritional profile of this canned creation is off the charts. You're getting plant-based proteins, fiber, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants all packed into one convenient jar. It's like having a complete health food store item that you made yourself, stored safely, and can enjoy whenever the mood strikes. This particular recipe has a shelf life that'll amaze you. We're talking about 7 to 10 years when properly processed and stored. The combination of ingredients creates a naturally acidic environment that helps with preservation, while the pressure canning process ensures that everything is safely sealed and protected from spoilage. Our fifth incredible option takes us into territory that most home canners never explore, but the results are absolutely spectacular. Canned turkey and sweet potato hash, a combination that sounds unusual but creates one of the most satisfying and nutritious meals you can imagine. The turkey provides lean protein, the sweet potatoes add natural sweetness and complex carbohydrates, and the additional vegetables create a complete meal that's both filling and delicious. What makes this recipe particularly special is how the flavors develop during the canning process. The natural sugars in the sweet potatoes caramelize slightly, creating depth and richness that you simply can't achieve with fresh ingredients. The turkey stays tender and flavorful, while the vegetables maintain just enough texture to keep things interesting. The preparation involves carefully balancing moisture levels, cooking times, and ingredient ratios to ensure safe preservation while maximizing flavor. When you nail this recipe, you end up with something that could easily be served at a high-end restaurant, but it came straight from your own pantry after months or even years of storage. Number 6 on our list ventures into comfort food territory with a twist that'll surprise you. Homemade canned mac and cheese, but not the processed artificial version you might expect. This is made with real cheese, quality pasta, and a creamy sauce that maintains its texture and flavor through the canning process. The trick is understanding how dairy products behave under pressure canning conditions and adjusting the recipe accordingly. This isn't just comfort food, it's comfort food that can last for years while maintaining its creamy, delicious character. The cheese doesn't separate or become grainy like you might expect, and the pasta maintains just the right texture. It's like having a warm hug in a jar, ready whenever you need that perfect comfort meal. The shelf life on this creation is impressive for a dairy-based product. We're looking at 3 to 5 years when properly processed and stored. The key is using the right types of cheese, adjusting the liquid ratios, and following precise processing times to ensure both safety and quality. Our 7th treasure brings us to a protein-packed powerhouse that'll satisfy even the most discerning palate. Canned pork and beans, but not the sugary, sauce-heavy version you find in stores. This is a savory, well-balanced combination of tender pork, perfectly cooked beans, and a rich sauce that enhances rather than masks the natural flavors of the ingredients. The beauty of making this yourself is the control you have over every aspect of the final product. You can choose the cut of pork, select the types of beans, and create a sauce that matches your family's taste preferences perfectly. The result is a meal that's both satisfying and nutritious, with a shelf life that extends well beyond anything you can purchase commercially. What really sets this homemade version apart is the depth of flavor that develops over time. The pork becomes incredibly tender, the beans absorb all those wonderful seasonings, and the sauce creates this rich, satisfying base that makes every bite absolutely incredible. We're talking about a shelf life of 6 to 8 years, which means you can make a big batch and have meals ready for years to come. Moving on to number 8, and this one's going to change everything you thought you knew about canned vegetables. Roasted red pepper and tomato medley with herbs, a combination that captures the essence of summer gardens and locks it away for years of enjoyment. This isn't just throwing peppers and tomatoes in a jar. We're talking about a carefully crafted blend that includes roasted red peppers, fire-roasted tomatoes, fresh basil, oregano, and garlic that creates something absolutely magical. The roasting process before canning adds layers of smoky, caramelized flavors that you simply cannot achieve any other way. When these ingredients are properly pressure canned, they maintain their vibrant colors, distinct textures, and complex flavor profiles for an incredibly long time. You can use this as a pasta sauce, a base for soups, or eat it straight from the jar with some crusty bread. The shelf life on this beauty extends from 5 to 7 years, and here's the kicker. It actually gets better with age. Those flavors continue to marry and deepen, creating something that tastes like it came from the finest Italian kitchen, even after years of storage. Our ninth selection takes us into hearty territory with a venison and root vegetable stew that'll satisfy the most demanding appetites. Now, if you don't have access to venison, this works equally well with beef or other game meats. We're combining tender chunks of meat with carrots, parsnips, turnips, potatoes, and onions in a rich, savory broth that creates the ultimate comfort food experience. What makes this recipe particularly brilliant is how the root vegetables hold their shape and texture through the canning process while absorbing all those incredible flavors from the meat and seasonings. The result is a meal that tastes like it's been slow cooking all day, even though it's been sitting safely on your shelf for months or years. The protein and nutrient density of this combination is off the charts, making it perfect for emergency situations or just those times when you need a seriously satisfying meal. The shelf life ranges from 6 to 9 years depending on your storage conditions, and every jar provides enough nutrition to keep you going strong. Number 10 brings us to something truly special. Canned chicken and dumplings that maintains that perfect fluffy dumpling texture even after extended storage. This seems impossible, right? How do you keep dumplings from turning into mush during the pressure canning process? The secret lies in a special preparation technique that creates dumplings that actually hold up beautifully while absorbing all those wonderful chicken and vegetable flavors. The chicken stays tender and flavorful, the vegetables maintain their integrity, and those dumplings provide that satisfying, stick-to-your-ribs comfort that makes this dish so beloved. It's like having grandma's home cooking available at a moment's notice, no matter what's happening in the world around you. This combination has a shelf life of 4 to 6 years, and every jar contains enough comfort food goodness to feed a family. The preparation process is more involved than some of our other options, but the results are absolutely worth every minute of effort. Our 11th treasure ventures into international flavors with a Mexican-inspired bean and corn mixture that'll spice up any meal. We're talking black beans, pinto beans, corn, diced tomatoes, onions, bell peppers, jalapenos, and a blend of cumin, chili powder, and other spices that create an authentic, south-of-the-border flavor experience. This mixture is incredibly versatile. Use it as a filling for burritos, a topping for rice, a base for soups, or just eat it straight from the jar. The combination of beans and corn creates a complete protein, while the vegetables and spices add layers of flavor and nutrition that'll keep you satisfied and energized. The shelf life extends from 6 to 8 years, and the flavors actually intensify over time, creating something that tastes fresher and more complex the longer it sits. It's like having your own personal Mexican restaurant in your pantry, ready whenever you need a quick, delicious, and satisfying meal. Number 12 takes us to the sea, with a canned salmon and vegetable chowder that captures all the richness and flavor of fresh seafood in a shelf-stable form. This isn't your typical thin, watery soup. We're creating a thick, creamy chowder with chunks of salmon, potatoes, carrots, celery, onions, and a carefully crafted base that maintains its texture and flavor through the canning process. The salmon provides incredible protein and omega-3 fatty acids, while the vegetables add essential nutrients and that satisfying heartiness that makes this a complete meal. The preparation requires understanding how seafood behaves during pressure canning, but when you get it right, the results are absolutely spectacular. This chowder has a shelf life of 3 to 5 years, which is impressive for a seafood-based product. Every jar provides restaurant-quality flavor and nutrition that'll make you forget this came from your own pantry storage rather than a high-end coastal restaurant. Our 13th selection brings us to a hearty lentil and sausage combination that packs incredible flavor and nutrition into every jar. We're using green or brown lentils, quality sausage, diced tomatoes, carrots, celery, onions, and a blend of herbs and spices that create something absolutely delicious and satisfying. The lentils provide plant-based protein and fiber, while the sausage adds that savory richness that makes this feel like a complete indulgent meal. The vegetables contribute essential nutrients and textures that keep every bite interesting and satisfying. What's particularly impressive about this combination is how well the flavors meld during the canning process. The lentils absorb the sausage flavors while maintaining their texture, and the vegetables create a rich, complex base that improves with age. The shelf life ranges from 5 to 7 years, making this an excellent addition to any long-term food storage plan. Number 14 ventures into breakfast territory with something most people never consider canning: a complete breakfast hash with eggs, potatoes, peppers, onions, and breakfast sausage. The secret to making this work lies in understanding how eggs behave during pressure canning and adjusting the preparation accordingly. This creates a complete breakfast meal that you can simply open and heat, perfect for busy mornings, camping trips, or emergency situations when you need something hearty and satisfying to start your day. The potatoes stay firm, the vegetables maintain their flavors, and the whole combination creates something that tastes fresh and delicious even after extended storage. The shelf life on this breakfast creation is 3 to 5 years, and every jar provides enough nutrition and energy to fuel your entire morning. It's like having a diner-quality breakfast available whenever you need it, no matter what's happening in your kitchen or your life. Finally, our 15th and perhaps most surprising option: canned bread. Yes, you heard that right. This isn't just any bread, but a dense, nutritious, cake-like bread that maintains its moisture and flavor through the canning process. We're talking about a bread that includes whole grains, nuts, dried fruits, and natural sweeteners that create something both satisfying and incredibly long-lasting. This bread has an absolutely incredible shelf life. We're looking at 8 to 12 years when properly canned and stored. It's perfect for emergency situations, but it's also delicious enough to serve at any regular meal. The texture is more like a moist, quick bread or cake, and it can be eaten straight from the jar or heated up for an even better experience. The nutritional profile includes complex carbohydrates, proteins, healthy fats, and essential nutrients that make this much more than just empty calories. It's like having a complete energy source that can sustain you through any situation while actually tasting incredible. Each of these 15 incredible canned foods represents years of testing, perfecting, and understanding how different ingredients behave under pressure canning conditions. They're not just recipes. They're complete food security solutions that can transform your approach to meal planning and emergency preparedness.